YouTube? It's your girl Miss T, and I got one question for you. Did we really need another Bad Boys movie? Yes! 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 Bad Boys is an American action comedy film starring the incomparable Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. And it is a sequel to Bad Boys 2, which actually came out in 2003. Can you believe it's been that long? And that's a real long time for a sequel, to be coming out. I guess this would be a trilogy, actually. But at any rate, this film is directed by Adil El Arbi and Bilal Fallah. And the film follows detectives Mike Lowry, played by Will Smith, and Detective Marcus Burnett, played by Martin Lawrence, as they reunite once again when someone starts murdering people involved in an old case. So guys, let's get right into this review. I really enjoyed this film, and I feel that if you're going to do a sequel, especially 17 years later, this is the way that it should be done. I'm not even a big fan of action films all like that, but this particular film, it really brought it. It had all of the elements, all of the makings of a great film. Of course, there was action. It was dramatic. I was on the edge of my seat. It was thrilling, suspenseful. It had a great score. I mean, it was all around a great film. And let's not forget about the magic, the chemistry between Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. It's undeniable. It is undeniable. They really brought it with this film. So I'm going to discuss a little bit of what I really enjoyed about this film and a little bit of what I didn't so much enjoy about this film. Let's get into it. One of the things I really enjoy about this film is how the writers successfully transitioned the characters into the plot 25 years after the first film. Detectives Lowry and Burnett are near retirement, and the writers allow us to see the growth, maturity, and denial in the trials that they face. I was able to really connect with the characters a little more than in the previous Bad Boy films. Another thing that I liked is how they added the ammo team, the new, younger, inexperienced officers to the plot, without taking the focus away from the main characters. Sometimes it can get a little cheesy, even annoying and distracting when you add younger faces to revamp a franchise and give it a fresh look. But the writers gave us just enough of them to enhance the story, and they were actually really good. They were pretty badass and pretty funny. The cinematography was pretty good too. There were some really beautiful shots. This movie is shot in Miami, so that's not really hard to do, but still. And the score was fire. I think I heard the City Girls on there holding it down for Miami. They really brought it on the score. The comedic timing was also on point. There was some really heavy subject matter here, but they were able to place the jokes in at the right time so it didn't trivialize the story. So, with all of that being said, there were a few things here and there that I didn't particularly like about the film. Nothing major, of course, but a few things that I think that if they were done a little bit differently, the film would have been just a little bit better. Now, I didn't necessarily care for the plot twist in this film. It was a bit redundant and repetitive of what we see in other films like this. I think that the writers could have done a little bit better in that area. And lastly, there was a point where I felt the length of this film. I really felt the length of this film, but at that point, it quickly picked back up into the third act with a lot more action. The movie actually had a very suspenseful climactic ending. So guys, that was my review of Bad Boys for Life. I really enjoyed the film, and I think if you're going to do a sequel, especially 17 years later, this is the way that it should be done. Most definitely. Kudos. Martin Lawrence and Will Smith really brought it. They did not come to play with you hoes, okay? So if I had to give it a rating out of 5 shots of Hennessy, I would give it a strong 4, maybe even a 4 and a possible. So I guess I'll land about 4.5 shots of Hennessy. I really enjoyed the film, and I wouldn't mind paying to go see it again. It was that good. So guys, as always, thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you like the content, hit the like button and don't forget that notification bell, and I will see you next time.